So we are out and about on the Upper East Side here with Ladyboi, and he's going to answer some questions for us. What is the biggest highlight of your career so far?
The biggest highlight was when I got to go to Minneapolis to work with Michael Bland. He's the drummer for Prince and the New Generation, and that was like a huge honor. And just being able to work with him and being able to open up and just see a whole different side of myself artistically, that's been kind of the most rewarding thing I've been able to go through. And it's been something that I absolutely enjoy.
Alright, if you could sing in any language, what would that be?
I can already actually sing in a couple languages. I can sing in a little bit of Arabic, and I can sing actually in Assyrian, which is what I am. So whenever I'm ready to bust out those singles, that's going to happen.
Alright, who are some artists you're feeling right now?
There's this new band that my friend actually introduced me to. It's called The Neighborhood, and they're very new. It's just maybe like a month or two that they've been out, and they're just phenomenal. The lead singer, his vocals are kind of extraordinary, which makes me a little bit jealous, but it's okay. I'll work alongside them and not compete against them, I suppose. And I'm a little obsessed with Lana Del Rey. She's a little fascinating to me. I just wonder where she goes, where she's coming from, you know? I'm a little curious about that. But I'd love to live in her space for a while. Just a little bit, not too much.
What inspires you?
Honestly, like, I'm a Buddhist. I chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and that's a big thing that inspires me. I'm constantly seeking inside, like, what's going on, where I'm coming from, like, what's really the cause of, like, the fact that I'm living in right now. So that's kind of the thing that keeps me going. I'm constantly seeking inside, like, what's happening, and trying to bring that up to the surface, and then being able to kind of deal with it in form, you know?
If you could go back in time, what era would you choose?
1962, so that by 1968 I could have my career going, be a nice good backup girl. I had this huge fantasy to like look back in the 60s and be like a really skinny, like dark black girl with like this powerful voice and just constantly get on people's faces and just sing something, you know? Be part of the Motown crew, sleeping with a few of those Motown people, working my way to that top. You know what I mean?
What was the deciding factor or point in your career where there was no turning back? You knew this was your calling.
It was a couple years ago when my band actually fell apart. I had a band called the Hollowbacks that I was very fond of, and it was like a 60s pop rock group, kind of just all driven towards like the British pop rock scene back in the 60s. I loved it. But when we kind of fell apart, I didn't know if I should continue with music or not, but then when I realized I had to, that's when I knew that this would have to be for life. The fact that I was going to be courageous enough to go solo, you know?
Alright, on another note, how spicy do you like your food?
I like my food. It can be pretty spicy. I mean, not too spicy. I don't want to like break out into sweats and like shakes, you know what I mean? But spicy enough, I'm like, oh my. That hurt my tongue a little bit.
If you could bring just 3 things to a deserted island, what would you bring?
That's interesting. I bring my Gohanzen, which is the scroll that I chant to, because I do a lot of chanting anyway, so now it just gives me time on this island. And I would bring my chanting beads, I suppose. I need to do that. And a helicopter with unlimited gas, so that I can go back and forth from my Starbucks, because I need Starbucks every day. I gotta have it.
As we are in a Starbucks. If you had $1 million in cash, how would you first spend it?
Well, first of all, I'd go eat some carbs, like some heavy carbs. Like carbs that just hurts your stomach a little bit. And then I'd probably have it lipoed out just to be like, and look what I did, you know, I'm good. And then, I don't know, on a more serious note, probably buy like my parents a house. That's like a big thing. I've always kind of wanted to do that since I was a kid. Well, since they kind of like instilled it in me that I need to buy them a house. So I suppose, yes, that house has to be taken care of.
Okay. If there was a movie based on your life, what would it be called?
Becoming Ladyboi.
Okay. Favorite mobile app?
My favorite mobile app? Oh, it's actually RDO. It's this app where like you can download, not download. It's like you pay a fee a month, but you have unlimited access to like every CD you could listen to, and you can listen to it as much as you want. You can set up like a radio station. It's honestly amazing. I couldn't renew my subscription because I'm still in my up-and-coming artist phase, but oh my god, I love that little thing. Constantly playing, constantly.
Okay. Awesome. What's your favorite video game?
I'm actually not into video games. I mean, I'm kind of really old school about it. Like, if I'm going to do a video game, it's going to be like Atari, you know? Or like the original Nintendo. That's me. Like Super Mario Brothers, like that's, or maybe that like duck game with that gun. I love that kind of thing. Not that I'm, encouraging guns. I just really like shooting those ducks. Those digital ducks.
What's your favorite word?
Oh, it's fuck. I love that word. I love it to death. You can do so much with it. You could add an ing, you can add an you could add a mother in front of it. It's so creative. And you could do a double take, like an FAFF. You know what I mean? It's fun. There's so much to it.
Any words of wisdom or advice for aspiring artists who want to be in your shoes?
Be real. Just dig it out and live it. Just be honest about everything you're going through. There's no right and wrong. Just be you. Just strip it down to the core and expose it and be comfortable with saying who you are.
All right. That concludes our interview here on the Upper East Side with Ladyboi.
Thank you so much.
All right.